If you're planning to travel to Dubai, you have come to the right video because I spent more than half a year in Dubai and I visited so many places and changed about 15 hotels and accommodation, and I'm gonna tell you all in this one short video. So the real first question you ask yourself even before coming here is where to stay. What first comes to mind is actually hotels, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, that Airbnb here is so freaking good. Even behind me, I'm now on Marina beach. I am on an island here. It's a pretty new area. They built like 4 buildings with 2 towers each, and they're still building another like 4 buildings, so it's like very new place here, and there is not a single hotel. They have like a fully furnished apartments with 1 or 2 bedrooms or even more, and they all have gyms and swimming pool. There's some restaurants and even Starbucks, but unfortunately no grocery store and no cleaning lady services, but you also pay a bit less than for the hotels. So I said you pay less, but how much? Well, if you want a 1-bedroom apartment with good view, a balcony, etc., that will be like $150–200 a night. And I mean, like, it's like an average price if you're looking for Airbnb or a hotel, always like this. Really, you should come here from November to, I believe, March, because the rest of the year really hot. It can get up to 50 degrees Celsius in summer, and in January of course they have the highest possible prices. So now we pay for 1-bedroom apartment here $200 a night, and for the hotels you also pay this price if you stay in like Hilton, Movenpick, Marriott. But if you're planning to have a travel of a lifetime and you want to stay a very luxurious hotel and you have some couple of $100s a night, I will definitely recommend you staying in Address hotels. Address in Business Bay with a view on Burj Khalifa. It's incredible. I was there, and the service they provide is so good. There's also another address at Blue Waters on Marina Beach as well, like on the corner, and it's also like an incredible building. In my opinion, has the best location. Also, for Address hotels, you're gonna pay about $500 a night during peak season and about $200 or $300 during summer season. It's not like the highest price you can pay in Dubai for luxurious hotels. You probably have heard of Qasr, Burj Al Arab and Atlantis, and actually Atlantis the Royal. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I was in all those locations and they totally do not worth it all. They cost about several $1,000s a night, and I mean, like, the cheapest room you can get, for example, in Qasr, is going to be $1,000. It's an incredibly huge amount of money.
This camera is not allowed.
Not why?
I don't know. Only phone mobile camera is allowed.
But it's the same as my phone. I mean, like, my phone is even bigger. So they only allow mobile phones to film here, and I think it's a bit weird. But anyway, let's change the location, guys. And you know, it's a little bit weird, but I cannot film here on the beach because it's not like a private beach. There's not a single person around me, and I'm not filming people, which is more important. And there's not like private houses. You cannot only see the marina. So I was telling you that you should not stay in very advertised hotels like Qasr, Atlantis and Burj Al Arab, and here are my reasons. So let's start with Burj Al Arab. I remember it from like 2007 or even early, because I was here first when I was like 9 years old in 2006, and I remember Burj Al Arab was already here, and it's like a very old hotel, you know, and so everything inside is a bit old dated, and also they do not have access to the beach in the building because this building is literally in the water. So they have this underwater restaurant as well, which is also like super overpriced one. When we were there, we paid like $1,000 for a dinner, and I mean, like, yes, you're like down in the water, you see all these fishes, but it's not that impressive because it's like a huge aquarium. Right, but in Atlantis you get like the biggest aquarium in the world in the restaurant, which is like more impressive. As well, Qasr is like a neighbor hotel. There's also like very similar hotel nearby, and they cost like minimum price is $1,000 in January, which is crazy. It definitely not worth it because it's like a huge hotel, like all-inclusive types in Turkey or Egypt if you have ever been there as well. So you can imagine like a huge hotel where there are a lot of people, a lot of swimming pools. It's a bit kind of old-fashioned. There's some advantages, like it's built like a Venice canal, so you can take a canoe ride, which is very cute. There's also this market in an old-fashioned way, but a lot of tourists come there, so it's a bit overcrowded as well. And also I didn't like that we didn't have any breakfast included, so we had to pay another $100 on a breakfast, which was totally not worth it, guys. And you don't have a lot of places to go in Jumeirah. You have only like your hotel. Yes, it's a huge one. There's also like a water park, and that's it. You cannot walk anywhere outside of the hotel. There's not like a promenade like in Marina Beach, in Blue Waters, in Business Bay. On Jumeirah, there's not like a promenade area. And what about Atlantis? Atlantis, in my opinion, is a disaster, guys, because it looks like a shopping mall, and whenever I come there, it's always overcrowded with tourists, with residents. And I mean, like, as a resident, I wouldn't like to be in such a noisy place. I don't know how to explain it to you. They have like a water park, several ones, and it's always noisy, a lot of people, a lot of children, and you pay so much to stay there. And in my opinion, it's not like a luxurious vacation. Atlantis is royal, whereas the minimum price to pay is $2,000, and it's very famous for its swimming pool, let's be honest. And you know what? For $2,000, you don't have an access to the swimming pool. You have to reserve it in advance and pay for it additionally, which in my opinion is crazy. And I know some people who paid for one night because $2,000 is a lot. Okay, so they paid for one night as they didn't manage to get to the swimming pool because it was fully reserved, so the money was wasted. So we talked about the hotels. Now let's talk about locations you can stay in Dubai. In my opinion, you can easily skip the Quick Harbour because it's like a new one and there's nothing to do. It's very far from all the touristic attractions, etc. So you can go either directly to Business Bay or downtown, because there you have Dubai Mall, Museum of the Future. You also have Burj Khalifa, which is like the tallest building in the world. You probably know that. And I would definitely recommend staying there for a couple of nights so you can explore the area. And you can also actually walk there because they have this promenade area, which is quite good. First of all, I definitely recommend coming to the Museum of the Future. It's really fun there. I enjoyed it a lot with my friends. And second place would be, it's a bit far, but it's far from anywhere. It's called Museum of the Light, and it's like this cosmic light illusion, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's situated in a less known shopping mall which looks like a Egypt pyramid. So it's like a themed kind of shopping mall, but otherwise you shouldn't spend time there. I mean, like, this shopping mall is not very interesting except for this museum, and I really enjoyed my time there. So what else can you visit? So the Burj Khalifa itself, you can get up to observation desk. In my personal opinion, when you see Dubai with no Burj Khalifa, it's really weird in some kind of way. It's like it's missing something. So I didn't really enjoy the views from there. So you actually can skip this one, in my opinion, and better find another observation there with the view over Burj Khalifa. For example, in the Address Hotel downtown. This one was so good. There is a swimming pool. If you can stay a night there, that will be perfect because you can have this amazing view over Burj Khalifa and other skyscrapers. And this is much better than going to the observation desk in Burj Khalifa herself. But mostly when people come to Dubai, they want to get to the seaside. So it must be either Jumeirah, the Palm, or Marina Beach. Well, in my opinion, all three locations has its advantages and disadvantages. If you talk about Jumeirah, it's really nothing but some hotels, but those hotels are very overpriced. I really enjoyed the Palm. If you have money for a separate villa, that will be very cool. But if you don't, you can stay like in the beginning of the Palm. They have some hotels, but we stayed in Tiara Residence, which was quite cool, with a private beach area, a shopping mall nearby, but it's not like a good shopping mall, but enough to buy some groceries and food. And I also went to the beach club in the Palm with Marina Bay view, and it was so beautiful and tasty, and I don't know, just really highly recommend it. And last but not least is going to be Marina Beach. Well, Marina Beach is kinda, if you go there at sunset, it's like overcrowded because many people want to walk there at sunset, and like the beaches, they are also very small one, and I don't know, I cannot say that you can enjoy your time on the beach there, but definitely it's good for promenade. There is a very good shopping mall, which is Dubai Marina shopping mall. It's quite good one. I very love this area called Blue Waters, which is my personal most favorite. I have a lot of attractions like Madame Tussaud Museum. I cannot say that I highly recommend visiting Madame Tussaud, but it was just a fun way to spend our time. And also the Dubai observation wheel is now open and working, and this is incredible. I see so many people with dogs here. It's incredible because I thought it's not like a dog-friendly country, so you cannot come here with dogs of Emirates. Okay, let's get back to the point. What attractions can you visit in Dubai apart from all those mentioned before? Of course, the desert, guys, the desert safari. I remember as a child, and unfortunately it hasn't changed since my childhood. I mean, this evening location hasn't changed for the last 15 or even 20 years. So this attraction is a bit dangerous because this safari thing, it's kind of risky. And I mean, like, in any second you can fall. If you like some adrenaline and risky type of activities, that's the one for you. I also can suggest you visiting Ferrari Park, which is like $95 a person, which is kind of pricey, but what do you expect from Dubai? Another place would be this flower garden park, and it was pretty nice area to walk, but I don't know how to put it, but yes, it's impressive, it's good, but it's giving these kind of childhood park attraction vibes, if you know what I mean. So if you have children, you're gonna enjoy it. And the last but not least is actually shopping in Dubai, because we all know that Dubai is very famous for its shopping areas, and in my opinion the Dubai shopping mall is not only the biggest one but also the best one in the world. I really like walking there, you know, just to grab a coffee, to get a lip in a Sephora shop, and I really like the fashion avenue with those very high-end brands. Even though I'm not buying a lot, I still like these vibes. Second mall you should also consider going is Emirates Mall. It's like a bit smaller, but still it has a lot of cool shops, also some high-end fashion, some middle brands, some mass market, a huge grocery store. So I also enjoyed Emirates. And also in the Emirates Mall you can go skiing. Yes, there is a ski slope, or you can go snowboarding, even if it's your kids, which is incredible. Let's talk about outlets, because we have two outlets here. One which is Dubai Outlet Mall, and another is Dubai Outlet Village. And the first one is actually a disaster, and they don't have any brand deals, and I don't know, maybe it was only like Calvin Klein or Armani jeans, and that's it. So when we went to Dubai Outlet Village, that's where we enjoyed our time so much. I find a lot of cool brands like Jacquemus, much and much. So all those new high-end fashion brands, like an additional Diesel shop. And you know, Diesel is now like on high peak. It's very trendy nowadays, and you can get a Diesel bag here with a huge sale. Also Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Hugo Boss, etc. Most places are kind of far from the city center, like 30 minutes on taxi, but the second one, Outlet Village, is definitely worth visiting, guys. I definitely missed some points, so if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask down below. I do not just support my small channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!